I have great hope for the delegation that's going to Rome and for the papal visit to Canada. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for going ahead, for moving ahead. Sometimes we find that when a great hurt has been done to people, just anyone, even in general, sometimes an apology needs to be said again and again. Like if we hurt someone very badly, they might still feel hurt later, and we might still have to go again and say, I'm sorry for these things, and hear them out and listen to why they're feeling hurt, and to express our feelings towards them and how we want to help them. And so I know we've had apologies throughout the past from church leaders and from different people in the church and the government, but sometimes we need to be able to hear that again. I think I'll share an image that had come to mind to me even just a few weeks ago that I was thinking about, is an image of a chilkat blanket. And so a chilkat blanket is a traditional woven blanket from the Northwest Coast. It's a weaving technique. And it's very unique because instead of weaving back and forth, they weave in columns. And so they make these beautiful designs. So I had an image in my mind of a chilkat blanket. And so beautifully woven. And then there's maybe something sharp, like a sharp stone, that comes through and goes through and pierces this blanket, and it creates a small hole. And at first we might think, nobody really notices it. I don't need to see it. So we'll just act like it's not there, and we'll just hope that nobody sees it or notices it. But as time goes on and we pass this blanket down generation to generation, grandparent to grandchild, parent to child, that hole starts to get a bit bigger, and the strands start to come further and further apart until generations later we're looking at this huge gaping hole and we're thinking to ourselves, like, how did it get this big? I don't understand how it got so big and how we didn't notice it happening. And this hole is so big now, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what can be done to repair it. So I think it's important for people to understand as well that there are several different issues that also are facing the Indigenous people of the nation, and they're all connected. And whether it's the Indian residential schools or missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls or clean drinking water on reservations, all of these things are connected. And to me, each of those strands in that woven chilkat blanket represents something that has faced the Indigenous people across our nation over time. So I think this delegation to Rome, that stone that pierced the blanket at first, would be like when we don't treat people with human dignity and don't show people the love that Christ would have us show. So I think this delegation to Rome and having the Pope to come to Canada is a beautiful way of that communication, a coming together where, like I had mentioned, sitting down and talking to people, having that conversation, speaking to each other, listening to each other, and having patience and showing love for each other. And that's how those strands are going to start to come back together. We're going to have to carefully bring those strands back together so that we can start to mend that hole and bring it together again.